Are you a fan of pro wrestling, comedy, and combat sports? Then we have the podcast for you because we cover that and much, much more.
Do you like to debate with your friends? Do we have the perfect segment for you? It's the 531, where we take any given subject, break it down to a top 5. From there, we debate it down to 3, and then into that number 1 spot.
If you want to get a hold of us, find us on our social medias. Search Working Fans Podcast on any major social media platform. And if you want to find the podcast, search for us on any major podcast platform, as well as YouTube.
Working Fans Podcast. We put in the work so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Working Fans Presents Horror Business, episode 17, and it's Friday the 14th. We are almost halfway through the month. Please like, subscribe, rate anywhere you can find the Working Fans podcast, but let us know in the comments what horror movies you've liked hearing about the most and what ones you think we should cover, because today we are covering Ouija, which was directed by Styles White. Came out in 2014. It is another PG-13 movie. It's an hour and 29 minutes, and the budget for this movie was about $5 million. Opening weekend, it made $19,875,995. And that opening weekend was October 26, 2014. Now, the gross in U.S. and Canada was $50,856,010, and worldwide the gross $103,687,316. Now this movie is about a girl that is mysteriously killed after recording herself playing with an ancient Ouija board, which leads to a close group of friends to investigate the board. They later find that some things aren't meant to be played with, especially the other side. Now the major actors in this movie are Olivia Cook plays Lane Morris, Anna Cotto plays Sarah Morris, Darren Kagasoff plays Trevor, Bianca A. Santos plays Isabella, Douglas Smith plays Pete, Shelley Hennig plays Debbie Gallardi, Sarah Hawkins plays Doris Zander, Sunny Mae Allison plays 10-year-old Doris, Lynn Shay, who, if you'll remember, she was the teacher in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And I said she looked familiar from another horror movie, and this was the movie. She plays Paulina Zander. Claudia Katz-Minnick plays Mother. Vivis Colometti plays Nana. And Robin Lively plays Mrs. Gallardi. Now, I was so on this movie. I thought it wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. It's a decent one-off movie. If you're looking for a good creepy movie to watch this, and then follow it up with the original, which you will hear tomorrow how I feel about that. Please hit the notification bell, subscribe, so you can catch the Ouija Origin of Evil review. Now, this made an hour and 29 minutes feel a little long. Like I said, I wasn't too into it, though it lost itself a little around the end, but when it ended, I enjoyed it. So I wasn't, like I said, 100% on it, but I wouldn't not recommend it. Not a must see, but good for a spooky Friday night. And it got a 4.5 out of 10. And what you're about to get is our famous reads, because we are brought to you by the Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 1, written by Vinny Berry, available at lancebychance.com. and WrestleVille.com, where you can also get Lance by Chance, Wrestling is Yvonne Eric. And all the following books that I'm about to list off here are available on Amazon, including Super Vows and Pas de Deux, written by friend of the show, Kevin Kelton, I'll Be Here All Week, and All That's Left, written by Ward Anderson, as well as his stand-up special, Blood and Fire, the unbelievable real-life story of wrestling's original Sheik, written by Brian R. Solomon, How Not to Suck at Comedy, written by Pat Oates, Matt Memories, written by John Arezzi and Greg Oliver. If you're an artist in Connecticut and looking for studio time, get a hold of the great people over at Connecticut People Records. And if you're looking for a little entertainment on a Friday night, go over to the New Heights Wrestling YouTube channel and check out our wrestling commentary home. Now, everybody's favorite part of this show, I'm sure, is the fun facts at the end. If you're watching this video, let me know in the comments, which section do you like better? Do you like the breakdown at the beginning where I do director, budget, rating, my feelings, or do you like the fun facts at the end? Now, the name can be pronounced either Ouija or Ouija. Charles Kennard, founder of the company manufacturing the boards, claimed that he learned the name Ouija from asking the board what it wanted to be called. So that is creepy. Far from being ancient, the Ouija board was patented on May 28th, 1890. So that's still relatively current in the supernatural spooky realm. The film's tagline, "Keep telling yourself it's just a game," was used for several years as the advertising slogan for the Ouija board game. Crazy to think this is a board game. Crazy to think a board game got a movie. This is Hasbro Studios' first horror film. When reshoots were underway in the process of drastically changing Doris Xander's backstory, 2 new characters were created, including her sister and mother. Lynn Shay, who plays Paulina Xander, was not in the original version of the film and was cast for the reshot footage. I thought she was a great add-on to the movie and really helped move it along. Now, the location Lane goes to visit Paulina Xander is also known as Eichen House in MTV's hit show Teen Wolf from 2011, where Shelley Hennig, who plays Debbie, stars as Malia Tate / Hale. Now, another theory of where the name of the Ouija board comes from is that it's the French and German for yes, oui and ja. The board has yes and no answers as well as the alphabet. This was Styles White's directorial debut. And the film has several plot elements in common with The Ring, which we just reviewed shortly before this. Some of them uncanny. Both films open with 2 girls talking about a supernatural legend before one of them is killed by the cursed object. Then there's a funeral scene where the friend talks to the deceased girl's mother and about the trauma of discovering her daughter's corpse. Go on IMDb's trivia section for more fun facts like that. And that's where I get all these facts and all this information from is IMDb. And before these reviews, I've sat down and watched the movie. And like I said, this was a good enough movie. It's a Friday night. Put it on and then watch the follow-up. And tune in tomorrow where I talk about the follow-up. Thank you once again for joining us. Hit us with a like and subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow.